out this year. This year.
Have it at the club meet, the fall meet?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in May.
No, I didn't touch your spitter.
No, Windy has the best word for it. It has a presence.
Okay.
It doesn't say I'm a whiny little 40. It doesn't say I'm a strung out 65. It doesn't say I'm a 4-stroke, spitting and sputtering. It says I got a
Oh, that's terrific. Right, everything and the whole works. Okay, all right.
Very standard. Let's give it on the back.
Yeah, Russ designed up the paint job. I'll tell you what, that's sharp looking. Yeah, that's nice. That's Russ's new vet. That was out of Brodax. Yeah, that looks nice. Look at the brakes. We're gonna paint. We're gonna paint, Danny. Check out the paint. It's got little sparkles in it. That'd be great on a plane. On an electric stunt named the Vet. Very nice car. Sergey rode out to Brodax in this. Not a bad ride while I drove all his crap in a Windstar. Good engine trouble and oxygen sensors exploding on me and stuff. Twice. I think you should be a man and let Kent fly ahead of you. Jose Modesto? Oh. This guy here?
It was weird because I switched so Rodney could watch my flight. And everybody knew except for him, and he was the one that was following the guy that I switched with. So then I got pushed back too because it got all messed up.
Watch this. Oh, nice. Take that apart. You made that? Yeah. From a kit or from him? No. You might be signing a human thing. What kind is that? A carbon? Is it aluminum or carbon fiber? Carbon fiber. Carbon fiber tube. Okay. And then how does the belt crank go? Does it go through the middle of the tube?
The middle of the tube.
You reinforce the top and the bottom of the tube. Okay. So you reinforce the top and bottom with like a spar holder. Yeah. And a belt crank holder at the same time. Look at this. They told me carbon fiber stuff will never work, Jose. What do you think about that? Is that again those liars again? I I've heard you gotta build balsa wood. It's the only good material. The only one that absorbs oil. Very properly. Very nice.
Thank you, Wendy.
Very nice. And what kind of motor is that? A Discovery?
No.
What motor? PA 65? 51. 51?
The plane is 59 ounces.
Very nice. You should give this to Jose. He needs to take it home and look at it. Yeah, I already told him. He said, oh, yeah, okay. We like the way you made that. Very nice. That is nice. And it locks in, so the wings just one slide, so they can slide. Yeah. Where can it go? Okay, where can it go? And of course, what we do on competition day, we take it under there, take it a whole back. And then just wait for the wing to come off. There you do it, darling. Do it, darling.
This plane flew already with 15 miles.
15, yeah?
15, yeah, in Jacksonville.
Nothing.
Yeah, like I tell you before, sometimes I open it, you know? I open it and I
So take a look and see if any parts are flying around.
First I started with nice weather. After that 5 miles. After that 10 miles. And when I go to Jackson, it's almost 15. So I scared about it. I think, well, maybe the carbon fiber broken or something. Oh, es para remover el pin in the right crown for removing the crown inside.
Oh, that too?
Yeah.
Oh, why do you want to take the
Yeah. This is like to the rusky ones.
Flip.
And the landing gears is also like to the rusky. But my invention also.
Let me see your
They're
invention.
different.
What's your invention?
Wow, you see?
So you got a little detent.
It's a little ball with a spring inside, like to the
Like a ballpoint pen?
Exactly, more or less, but I use springs, no.
Okay. The rubber, the rest is the rubber. What? There's 1,000 ways you can do it.
Yeah.
That's very creative. I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
I made the second one. I made the second one color here. So the rear fuse is removed also, and the box is smaller.
Why? What about this? This comes off too?
Well, my box is 64 inches long. That is good enough for the airline.
So you can put it in one piece and just take the wings off.
No, I removed the fuse. This is not legal for airline. The second one, the other plane, my house, is covered here, and it's attached with 4 screws, 444.
Okay.
So I removed the tail and the box is one piece, the other piece, the wings in the second side box.
Right.
And it's 64 inches. You know, it's a linear measure for airline.
64 is the maximum.
62 is the maximum.
Oh,
62, but I call the airline American, and they told me no problem. Albertico bring one in 58. Yeah, no have a problem.
you could make just take the tail off.
Yeah, just take the tail off. But the problem with the tail
taking the tail off.
is you got a reinforcement for doing.
Yeah, and it's tail heavy
It's tail heavy, so it's tail heavy. You got to put it way in front.
Right.
So that is the beginning of the second problem. You know?
Okay. I go around that way. Very nice. Thank you. Everything on the tail stays here, and then the whole body comes out. Exactly, it's in the box. Exactly. This one. Jose, the best way to make this like Sergey makes it, right by the flat hinge line, and there's 4 pins on each side and 4 it's in shear. It'll never break. Yeah. It's 8-inch plywood on both sides. It adds a third of an ounce.
Well, that is what I do. I put 4 pins of carbon fiber, the corners, and 4 screws. 1 here, other in the bottom, and 2 inside.
I looked at how Sergey did that. You couldn't even see how it comes. It didn't even look like an incline. The incline wasn't even there. Right. Very good. Oh, man, unbelievable. Yeah, there's no carbon fiber in this event. Got to use that balsa wood.
But I kept thinking if you hollow the tube out, that the tube would fall, but he reinforced.
Wow, that's great. That's
Right, so he's reinforced it down the bottom.
He's a craftsman. He's got that figured out. Are you up next, Carl? Rod's up. looking forward to getting those Strega ARFs in stock. Let out a little secret, we got an awful lot of them pre-sold with deposits, and I just hope, I really hope, we're going to be able to get one in the air quickly, use it for a demo for all the guys in our club. That is going to hopefully be a real positive contribution. Just one of many by John Brodak. And we are in the long shadow part of the day now. We still have a couple of flights left to go, and then we're going for pancakes. We're going for breakfast here, but the thing I try to capture is the atmosphere in the pits, the atmosphere, well, on the trip itself here and on the way back, and there is just something special about the end of a day. I see Chris is flying right now, right into the sun, and that, with a dark plane like the Tiger Cat, that really gets dangerous. That really can be, well, and there's no way you can get downwind and shoot with the camera looking into the sun. It's unwatchable then, so we try to get what we can. We're going to try to get out early in the morning tomorrow. Tomorrow is appearance judging, and it's a little bit different. It used to always be on Tuesday, now it's on Monday. We're having it at the Club 184. It's a, we'll get the full story from Alan Goff, who makes that possible, that we can use that facility. And they usually have a pilots meeting while they're doing appearance judging, and we get to look at all the planes all waxed up, polished, do a lot of kidding around with each other. Appearance judging always one of the more fun things. And boy, the end of the day like this, when it starts to puff down, you get what amounts to be stunt heaven. It literally is. I mean, if you really would take an emotional moment here and you look over at the corn or at the crops grown and you can picture the Field of Dreams, see George Aldrich, Bob Palmer, some of the legends of the event just walking out of the corn on nights like this here in Muncie. And I was very surprised. Karen hasn't been here since, well, maybe 10 years or so, since she's been to a NATS. And a lot of the guys have brought their wives this year, and the women have had an incredibly good time cooking food. They've gone on shopping trips. They went to Indy. They've done a whole bunch of things. They're going, actually, I think, while we're going to have the Pampa meeting, the girls have all scheduled one of these places that's a facial and massage place. So they're all going to get a nice body massage, a nice facial, whatever that entails. Maybe I should go get a facial. I don't know. To me, what's happening is the NATS is evolving as we all get older into a much more friendly, bring the wives, bring the grandchildren. Bill Rutherford has his grandson here, among others. A much more mellow cross-section of people. And it just doesn't get a whole lot better than being out on the runway here at the end of the day in Muncie. This is special time. When your life is over and you have to add up all the hours that really mattered, these will be ones that matter. And for young guys like Chris, I just hope the tradition of our event goes on for a lot of years. They don't lose the event when most of these old guys either pass away or just can't fly anymore. Chris Rudd, one of our really good up-and-comers here. Where do you find these guys that know something? Not in New Jersey. Jose Modesto. This plane was dedicated to the memory of the late Joe Ortiz. For a lot of people it might not know, in the 80s, Joe Ortiz and his wife at the time, Peggy Ortiz, they were married, I believe, quite a long time anyway, all the time I knew Joe. And they would both volunteer to come over and help with what then was pro stunt news. Do the collating, do a lot of the work that you really, a lot of people don't really understand. We did the newsletter out of my cellar, and Joe and Peggy were always there to help when it was a night to collate. We typically get a couple of pizzas and then work to midnight or beyond, sitting with we had a big rack that used to feed out the paper, and we put out an awful lot of newsletters. Joe Ortiz, I believe, has passed away a couple of years ago, but he leaves a legacy of good feelings and things that he did for our sport. It's going to live for a long time. Joe, we really do appreciate all the things you've done. Now, Jose is one of the guys we enjoy interacting with a lot. He enjoys molding a lot of parts, very creative. We always like to look and see how the other guys are molding things. The Moon Brothers, Rutherford. I think Rutherford's got my Miss Ashley mold still. It's just nice when you can share this technology. Other people are interested. These Yashenko planes that the guys get, the kits. There's so many ways to skin a cat other than carve a balsa block, and I think in the next couple of years you're going to see more and more of it as more and more people like carbon wheel pants, fiberglass parts, ARFs, things that are really not hard to make or buy, and they get you to the flying field real quick, and they seem to work pretty well. And that Strega ARF is going to be one of them. That's going to be a deal breaker. Anyway, just some thoughts here as I think we're going to get Kent. Kent's going to fly. I'm going to get one more flight on a Tiger Cat, and then I'm hungry. We didn't have food in over 4 hours here. And you think you don't burn any calories running around with a video camera all day and then flying, and we did a couple little minor repairs, did some prop changes for people, modified some props. The guys from Philly are all here. Danny and Mikey Palco's got the electric. A lot of creative stuff going on in the sport. A lot of creative stuff. It's just not the same old everybody doing the same thing that their brothers are doing to their friends. A lot of creative stuff. It's funny, I don't think I got it on video, but Danny Banjock, when they were driving out from Philly, a hay truck caught fire and caught the median on fire on the Pennsylvania Pike or India Pike, and somewhere their trip was delayed a couple hours too, but they got to watch the firemen do their thing anyway. Not that that's the high point of your day, putting out the turnpike when it catches fire. Jose happens to be one of the people, every time I see him fly, he's better than the time before. I know he really works at this. And he works at grinding out some planes, and he's always giving his old equipment away, always building new stuff. And the prognosis for tomorrow, the weather report is another just gorgeous day. In fact, we're supposed to have 2 more before that big storm Dennis hits here. And then, of course, from that point on, it's whatever luck we're going to have. So far, this has been 2 really nice days of being here. As we're flying over the field, we have a biplane fly by. Look at this, birds flying by. Look at this. We had an Indiana sunset. Boy, can you imagine if you die and go to heaven, and instead of heaven they send you to Indiana. We've had one really nice session here, one really good day.
What do you have in the boundary?
Hey, my man, what's up?
Hi.
What's going on? Looks beautiful. Is this original plane?
Your plane,
Your design? Your whole design?
No, it's your design.
Take apart or one piece? Take apart. Oh, when you take it apart, you come get me. Let me see how you made it take apart. I like the nose. Ooh. Oh, that is beautiful. Woo! You guys are getting too smart for us. We're not teaching you anything anymore. Well, you didn't learn anything anyway, right? Very nice. And it all comes apart. I see the brake lines on the tail. Beautiful. Beautiful. That is some nice snaggletooth. Snaggletooth. Oh, we're closing out a great day. What a wonderful day.
Got hungry. Big mouth. Got hungry.
Hungry.
Yeah.
Snaggletooth. I'll wait. Snaggletooth.
It's a paint.
Paint? Right. Flies good?
Bastante bien, ¿cómo se dice?
How heavy is it?
Esa es so-so. So heavy.
Yeah, a couple of days go by, all of a sudden you realize it's not a good thing, though. You need some sugar. So as we end the day here, boy, is this ever a picture. Oh, man, this is the sunset. Let's check this out. What a way to end the day as we leave for IHOP. Woo! It looks pretty good through the lens here. What a beautiful day. Sunday ends. I don't think there's an unhappy person on the field. If you've never been out to Muncie either and seen the sunset over the field as that last hour of sun. Actually, everybody gets tempted into flying one flight they shouldn't fly because you really can't see the plane well. But it's like Dances with Wolves. Is that a Dances with Wolves sunset there? Kevin Costner would be so impressed. Oh, that is really nice. So it's pancakes and then some 4 hours of sleep and back to the field. This morning we get up with the chickens. It's Monday morning. Old-time and nostalgia today and appearance judging the new schedule. And it's a beautiful, cool, breezy, a little bit breezy so far. And it looks like maybe a little bit overcast, a little less sunny than the previous 2 days that were just, boy, especially last night, just phenomenal. So we're going to pack up, get down the field, see if we can get some footage of the nostalgia events, and just keep an eye on the weather, which is supposed to be changing in the next couple of days. As we get to the field, John Hill's taking a practice flight here. And we hope we can get some footage of the other events that are going on at the same time, as well as sneak in a practice flight here and there somewhere. Looks like a real nice day, and we're flying away from the sun for a change. Boy, is that a welcome relief. John Hill, of course, ran the great contest that we just went to in Houston, the Memorial Day contest. What a great tradition they have down there in Houston. If you ever get a chance to go there and be part of that contest, don't miss it. No, I'm okay, Car. I'll get this stuff loaded up. Okay. I gotta make 2 or 3 trips. And with the sun in this position, a lot of times we can get some real good footage of the flights. Looks like that paint thing worked out okay, huh? Yeah. Well, you got money for pizza? I got time. No problem. We work for pizza. Yeah, I understand. But I mean, if you don't have an Air Force full of planes.
Yeah. The guy who's, well, he gave us the paint.
Yeah, okay. And it worked. All it matters is it worked. Okay, well, time will tell.
Yeah, that's
Talk is cheap early in the year. See me during the playoffs.
Your idea when it just started to fade was great.
Bargain. You realize the reason I know this is because I've screwed up a lot of stuff. The reason I'm a good guy, good cop is because I've been a good crook too. What's happening this morning, the women are all getting together to go for a couple miles walking with Mary McNaught. Euban's coming, but he's got a pro camera. Oh yeah, he flies with us, yeah.
That thing really got some serious toss sitting on it.
Last night.
I had to rebuild the tank last night.
You know what brought my 5%?
But then I did all of that, but I never brought the spray bar.
The better man than the best. I know why it's this size. Because the canopy. It's an RC canopy.
Yeah, no, I don't know who sells it. Somebody sells it.
And so you make the canopy fit the airplane. Or the airplane canopy.
I mold my own canopy, so I can pick any size I want.
You pull them.
No, Midgley has a vacuum machine, professional vacuum machine, so.
I make my own pilots that weigh nothing.
Yeah, I heard. Well, make me one. My planes are pilotless.
I'll send them to you.
And you drill out the vent holes in the eyes, right? In no other place. That's it. Works perfect every time. What gauge material are you using? 10 mil? I'm not sure. Whatever the toy is. So what you're saying is anybody that wants a pilot that sucks, they can go up visually. You should be able to make 100 at a time. The only ones I make are ones that have this little bald spot in the top though. They don't have any hair.
The stifle replica. They're our most popular high-selling item. That's so
Yeah, they work great. If I had a whole bunch of them, if I had a whole bunch of these pilot guys, glue them on board, right, I could do a whole bunch at a time.
I gotta get close. Did you happen to see Falco's electric baby clown?
No, I saw his plane last year. Electric that.
Oh yeah, they're cool.
Got a friend of mine working on electric that he hasn't really come up with anything yet. I told him he knows all about the articles from Mike Caulfield.
Because I had still doesn't pass? No.
How's Jerry doing? Good?
Yeah, he's doing good. He's got like 3 different planes on it. He can't fly though.
Yeah.
Well, he can, but his shoulder's kind of hurting.
Yeah.
But we had to go, we had to cut a bunch of Allen wrenches and make one big long one so I could put my head around it. We had to bolt them together. That was interesting. I don't care how I made my cowl. You ever have to take it out in a hurry and point like they got taken to him?
It's nice if you can get it to come off and on without a big hassle, or changing a needle valve, moving everything all open and closed.
I don't know if it messes with neither.
Over at the Old Time Stunt Circle, Old Time and Nostalgia today. Had a pretty nice turnout and the weather's really nice. A tad breezy, but otherwise nice. It's an Aries. I timed the wing over, and it was about a half a second faster on the wing over than it was on the level up. And that's what mine was. And then that's why it was the first time that I did the tight shift. Well, this is where I went. We're trying to number 7. Okay, that's 7's been so I took it down to and then added it in. Then put an air filter on that 9. I mean, that was a job. Bobby, how's everything going? Okay? Great. You look very classic today. As usual, no shortage of well-finished planes. How's practicing going? Come see, come saw. Okay. Slow down. Slow down. Have a good time. Where the planet is this guy from? What planet is this guy from? We're not here to have fun. We're here for the money. Okay? Slow down. Who would have thought we did the late first shot? That's okay. That's okay. You're here? You're okay. Relax. Yeah. You get the same prize money as I do. I didn't even enter the event. Calm down. Have it there. Have a pill. I mean, you just don't act like Steve Moon. There's Steve Moon. Oh yeah. What did he put in his coffee this morning? I figure if I just stuck my life with him over the limit, you know what I'm saying? hours for the first flight, okay, I think. Very cool. Get that puppy out and make some shade here in this event. Come down to the rainbow, Look at what happens to you when you get old. Look at what happens to you. Old men playing with toys. There you go. He's been waiting to do that his whole life. These guys try to kiss me too. Hey, I'm doing good. Thing still looks good. You got to start abusing it more. That's Rich Oliver in the middle of his practice flight. We got a flight on the Tiger Cat. Hey Chris, when you chip up a prop and it's too small, send it to me. I can use it for the bomber. Because mine are only 11 inches, you know?
Yeah.
So instead of throwing it away.
No, I tipped it. I made it a 5 and 6.
Oh, okay. That's all. You can also Phillips entry it too. I've been Phillips entry in all of Delran's props. That helps. Midgley's got the test prop. I'll show you. Send in a back and a front. If you go get a prop, I'll show you how to do it. Any prop. Here's the man. This time last year they said he was nothing but a Ukrainian refugee, but look at him now. He still has no money. Where's the money? Take your wallet out.
Wait a minute. Watch out how you talk about Ukraine.
Watch me right there in the camping grounds. All right. Got any of those planes where the wings come off in flight? Hey, I know. I brought a tool with me. You want to see it? I want to show you what I got. All right. Because when you send me props, I don't just put them on a wall. I try to make them better so that you can pass this on to you. Okay? Here's what you can do.
Now we can beat him up and take everything from the van out.
You notice all the pictures of the stuntmans have your prop on.
Oh yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, I bet Randy noticed it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I already sent you this exact box in the mail, but you never got it. I know.
Oh, I think I've got
So I think if I don't...
black box with everything in it.
No, you got that?
I have. No, I have.
I have to do it. I can also fix it with a little trim tab. Yeah. I think about that. Yeah, I have a trim tab.
PA65 on and off road. is the what is the Brownell dog's name?
Angel.
Angel? If that's an angel, what's a devil?
You got to be good to Wendy.
Say
He's
hi.
a nice guy.
You want to bite a camera?
Oh my God, she'll tear that
You want to
up.
bite a camera? You want to eat a shoe? Look at this. Friend. That's Tomato's tonsils. Friend.
Good girl.
You want to bite Wendy? Friend. Hey,
Be good now.
I'll ignore you unless you get too... You don't want to ignore me. Oh, Richard. He was doing this to my bird, by the way. I was babysitting a parrot. I saw that. And he lost a fingertip.
Yeah.
Took a piece out of my finger. Oh, he's right.
Say my daddy
Airplane. Wouldn't you just love to bite that camera, get your nose off of that $400 lens?
You're skittish, huh?
Oh, yeah. Well, she's protecting him. You bet. Look at those eyes.
If you look like you were
He would bite you no matter what. He was a Manchester.
I know my airplane marking
One of my kids. Oh, cool.
electric.
You gonna fly it? Is that electric over there now? When are you gonna fly it? Good poo. Oh, I don't want to miss that. Alco's here with his two planes. Okay.
That's enough. That's enough.
Oh, no.
Mike.
I got two. He's here. He's here.
She's so precious. She is a good old dog.
How long have you had it?
4 years old.
Look at that face.
We've had it since she was 6 months.
Orioles are like that.
Yeah,
Her third now.
yeah, I've been here 3 times already.
But they're very intelligent.
Oh yeah, she's smart.
Yeah, I did this with your bird. Yeah, and it cost you a finger. So you got a scar to show us?
Oh my goodness.
Took a piece right out. Look, the bird thought he was a juji fruit.
She can't buy. She's lost about 6 teeth already, so she's handicapped. She likes that. You have to be a good girl.
Bite him. Come on. Come on, puppy. Bite him good. He's an evil man. He flies snookers.
You don't want to bite Richie. I'm the stupid man.
You're a good girl.
Oh, I know. Alan Brickhouse used to sing to her, and she let him hold her one time, but now she's...
Well, Alan's got a pleasant demeanor. He's like me. No,
He's like me.
ask Mary. She'll go.
Oh, I have to see what, sweetie. Hey, there's too many people.
You're getting confused now. Brian. This is Walt Brownell's. Very, very unique. And I wouldn't even tell you what the motor is. What do you call these electric motors? Do they have names or sizes? Or?
Yeah, this is ASI 2826.
AXI 2826. How many more you got to go for you get to fly?
5. Mike said he wanted to see another person's electric fly.
The guy up in Massachusetts has got, supposedly, I've heard from a lot of people, flies up a storm with that thing. Will.
He called me and we talked and got...
You exchange information?
He published that thing the last couple of times in the magazine.
Yeah.
He's really into that. And,
No, I've talked to him a few times. It's cool stuff.
he's on
Got some clandestine stuff going on over here. I'm not sure what's going on. Well, we're just going to wait for Walt to get a flight on this. Look forward to this. This is, yeah. You ever been on video before? Yeah. Yeah, now you're a movie star. You want to dance for us? Here, I'll do it first. Save your money. How are you, Sandy?
Good. How are you?
Okay, so how does this work out? We'll see. Looks nice to me. It's got the,
That guy's got the scoop on it. I wish mine.
no, you make the next one with a scoop. Looks pretty good, Doran.
Thank you, Wendy. Like how the paint painted out? I hate it.
Well, because you don't use the paint I tell you to use. Good at crying out loud. You didn't use what I told you to use.
What did I use?
I told you not to do that color.
Look at the scoop on it.
Yeah, I saw it already. I saw what's this.
Remember last year when I showed you it was in a box?
Yep.
Bare wood?
It looks nice. A nice paint job.
Thanks. I'd like to make another one, but I'll do a better job of painting it.
Well, you're not going to have the wings come off of this one, are you?
Fiberglass the inserts inside.
That other one wasn't beefy enough.
What happened? The insert slipped inside.
Yeah, I know.
And the rest was history. Let's just say
Yep.
matter of seconds. What I did, I cleaned up all the wood around the insert without touching the main spar. And I came with fiberglass inside, actually with carbon fiber.
Okay.
And went all the way around
Flip it over so I can see the bottom. You don't have lines on it.
No.
Yeah, the scoop came out pretty nice. That's really nice. Now, how big is this prop?
It's 13.
Too big.
3.75.
Too big of a prop.
3.75.
Not enough pitch and too big diameter. This is nice. You better with a 61, like a 12 with 4.5 inches of pitch. You got any with that?
No. I have 4-inch pitch.
Well, you could up pitch this one. I could pitch that. That's no problem. This is nice. Did you do a nice job on it? Yeah.
I mean, I thought the engine may be struggling a little bit.
It's too big of a prop. That's too big for that's a prop for a 77. What is that? They have an anemometer there, check the wind. Looks like the Grubers have their own version of the anemometer, the little handheld one. Anemometer.
So expensive. Smelly.
What's going on here?
Yeah, so we always spread it out.
Looking for supper. Saving money eating worms. Very tough way to make a living, baby.
No, it's Dave. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Doran trying to pull rank here?
Yeah.
That figures.
I've been run before.
Always trying to pull rank.
Well,
You've been well trained in a school of pulling rank.
I thought it was Doran. That's Dave. Pretty close one.
Pretty close. Yeah, close enough.
Okay, it's Jim and then it's me. Okay, I thought it's me. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. We've seen this before, Doran.
That's next when you build, you should use this color pattern.
I got 2 blades.
You know, you got any 2 blades in there?
Yeah.
Your profile flies extremely well. What profile? Cardinal? It's the best-selling kit of all time. Did you know that? 11.4?
No, actually, it's I was going to cut it down for Scott Lewis,
Okay.
but I forgot to. It's no.
But see the taper here. What you can do is by tapering it here.
The thinner on the tape.
Yeah. It's only the last inch that counts. This here you could drill holes in. It won't matter at all. That last inch does all the work.
These are some of the best parts I've pulled out of the tools yet. But I decided to post kill them inside the tool.
Yeah, do it in a tool, sure.
Yeah.
Now, where's the one you made with the weave? Let me see this.
I'm not gonna do them no more. Because the pressure is so high, look how it runs.
Yeah, I know.
The wave is just moving all over the place. It's just impossible for me to control it. Because I put so much pressure when I screw
Yeah, of course.
So I went back to this style.
This is better.
Because that works just as good.
This is pretty, like if you want to make a show prop for your
But that's
client.
about it.
But the reality is this cross weave is half of the stuff is getting lost in transit. You just make, like when guys make a carbon gear with that, it weighs twice as much as mine. It looks pretty, but
Actually, the amount of straight toe, it's exactly in both flaps, okay?
Yeah.
This has only the weave on top of it. And instead of having the cross grain on a tip here, on the section, I have a cross grain so it doesn't split up. This one uses a weave as a cross grain so it doesn't split up.
it was a year ago today. He started his prop business. He's got a bucket of props here. You want to think Plus, I have about 20 of them in my van. That's pretty cool. Do you know Doran? Bruce Hunt?
I think we may have met last year.
Perhaps, I'm not sure. Last year here?
I was at the appearance yet.
He's celebrating 1 year in business.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're just starting into it.
1 year. Try to explain to him the first year you're in business, you don't really make a fortune. Yeah.
You're the only one making a fortune in this business, aren't you?
This is the first non-Palco electric. The guy's out Palco and Palco. Walk around.
He's going to be flying all
Yeah, pretty much so. I'm more interested in hearing motor run. Seeing if you get the proper electric beep bop and the boop boop. You gotta start it inverted for that. Walk, they're giving you a hard time already. They're giving you a hard time. There's no, look at, he's got the dog on a leash. Look at his tip weight dog. They should name him Tip Weight. Oh man, Falco's ruining his whole hobby. They should start protesting. Okay, you gotta put the battery in and then put the power on. Why can't you leave the battery in and just charge it through the lines or something? Electric is so complicated.
Probably have a whole stack of batteries charging up on the side somewhere.
No, Falco plugs it in the cigarette lighter in his car. By the time you have 2 more flights, he gets 2 flights of battery. He's ready for the next flight. You can stay out at the handle. It's like cheating. Look at this dog. I love this dog. Meow! flip that dog a hot dog roll or something. Look at that. Watch that thing move too. He pulls it along like a dog stick.
Oh, I didn't see this.
Look at
This is the mascot.
the mascot.
He wants to give him a starter.
He's the Oregon State champion. Oh no, I thought Bruce Hunt is. Oh man.
Yes.
I'll bet there's a switch somewhere on that dog where you can turn him off at night.
You think? I noticed they got him tethered to the battery.
No, he's plugged in.
He's tethered to the battery.
He's an electric dog. He's recharging. Oh my God, I'm so mean. I understand why they all hate me. I understand it loud and clear now. The electric dog. You over there.
I was talking to Walt just a little while ago, and he said that this is his second electric.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And it's got a little bigger engine in it.
Look at it.
The exterior of the engine actually is the thing that's moving.
Yeah. The guts stay stable.
Right.
You know, these electrics are kind of loud. Yeah. I don't like that.
It gets quiet as soon as you let it go. Doran, are you running? Listen, that's a nice sound. That sounds quieter than Palco's. Makes a little buzz. We have Walt Brownell flying his electric in practice just hours before appearance judging. Appearance judging is at 4 o'clock. Hey, there's nothing wrong with the way that plane flies. I can already see it turns nice. You don't have to even do a loop. I can see that it'd go just fine. Right up over the wing over, and it's breezy now. It's not all cupcakey or anything.
Now, the other thing that's amazing, he's saying this is over 50 hours.
This is 50? Yeah. Wow.
That's a little rare. He's got to fly it a little faster with his engine.
I don't know. This looks like the right speed to me.
Yeah, looks like.
It doesn't look too slow or fast, does it, Jim? Well, you're a big judge and everything. Supposed to know all this stuff. That's what I would be looking for if I was flying.
It's a good time to meet the judges.
It's a free year. Jim goes home penniless. How's Zimmer doing? Good. I sent him a box of stuff. I hope he got it. That has a nice corner. What do you think, Bruce? Nice or what? That looks pretty cool.
That's pretty too.
Oh yeah.
Walt always does really nice work.
Well, his scale stuff is national quality. Oh, they let Tipwade out of the box over there.
Right. So, first I was thinking, how much time is it going to take him to clean up the plane now?
I don't know, Doran. I don't know, Doran. You have a mean sense of humor. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Now this is a big opportunity for him, because he said he needs a new prop. He's been trying to find a prop that's right for the engine.
I give you one of my props.
Electric props are really thin and really low drag. You see the tips on this?
Usually I thought it was spinning up as it comes down, but it doesn't.
Looks like it flies up top better than the bomber. Nothing wrong with that, Bruce, huh?
No. Hey, watch out for your high spot.
He was a little worried even with this wind. I don't think he wants to be worried.
No. You know what? to be fair, what you got to realize is where was gas control line 2 or 3 years into development? They were at spark ignitions and doing 29s. I mean, come on. Be fair about it. I think that's cool. But the real advantage in electric is when you can make a twin engine plane, because 2 little electrics are much more powerful than 1 big one. Much more efficient. You get a lot of efficiency.
What's next on the board?
You never know. With me, you never know if there's a board even involved.
That is something I really...
You could go with multiple. I mean, like Paul's B-17 with 4 electrics. That would have solved every problem that they ever had.
You have to worry about him quitting it.
Nothing. Now, he's got a timer in there, Bruce. He's got a Zegers timer, as far as I know. At 6 minutes, if nobody else was running, you'd hear it burp 3 times. It goes burp, 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 and then shuts down slowly, so you don't throw the prop. It's all in the computer chip.
So he has an electric burp if you're going in the
3 burps. Voodoo boy! Come on, Doran, you're not having any fun. Come on. You think you'd have this much fun back in the Ukraine? You'd be shoveling coal or something. You'd be working in a coal mine without a shovel with your bare hands. At least we show them the proper respect. Hey, there's the Tiger Cat. Look at this guy. Hey!
That's a cool looking plane.
That's a cool plane. Tell me about it.
Cool looking plane.
These guys are getting too good. I'm not helping them at all anymore. You ain't coming to my house anymore. All right, we give Doran a hard time. This is Doran's flight on his Voodoo. A copy of Voodoo Chili. Now, without even looking at it, I'm guessing a 61 would want to have a little smaller diameter prop, a little more pitch in this heat. But we'll take a look at it first. Actually, I think it's pretty good when somebody's in business a year and they're already making some money. That's pretty cool. It doesn't look too bad even with the big prop. But it is a problem in hot weather when you do overload the motor. I'm trying to see if the wings are bending. Are the wings bending? You want to have some fun with Doran, Jim? While he's flying, take his toolbox and take all those props out and hide them under a rag or something. And I'll tell him, I said, I think some guy we never saw before was fooling around by your toolbox. He'll have a heart attack. Oh, Brian Ethan was over there stealing all his props. This looks like it flies pretty good. I know he's crying about it. You know what the problem is, Jim? Guys want a plane that they don't have to fly. That it flies like autopilot or something. Macho men like to have a plane that's difficult to fly. What's wrong with this? I don't get it. And yeah, you could certainly improve just by cutting a prop down a little bit. It'd be better. He's got too much of a prop load. The motor wants to brake, but it's pulling a boat. recommend he do is just put a little bit smaller prop on it. Give me a Zonosaur, I could do that right at the field. Rich Jacobone had that problem too. Remember when the prop was too big, Rich? You take an eighth of an inch off the prop, all of a sudden you got a motor run. See, it wants the motor run, but it's just pulling a boat. Ken's flying now? Yeah. Okay. I think this flies pretty good. He's saying it's all out of trim and everything and it has no motor run. It has too big of a prop for a 61 is what the problem is. Or if he's got enough fuel consumption, he can put a bigger tank in it. Get a bigger Venturi and a bigger tank, though, or this looks... Doran, I'm impressed. This looks pretty good. Are you smoking? Are you smoking? Here we have a practice flight here with Wendy flying. This is Monday, mostly a practice day. If we can get a little bit of a startup ritual. The model's got a nice profile. Looks like it doesn't have a nose wheel from this angle. Sits nice and level. Now we're flying in circle 3. And you can see circle 1 and 2, they're having the old time and classic competition just past the circle. And here on the L pad we have the circle 4 down here in the corner. So mostly we got practice flights going on here on 3 and 4. Okay, we're getting a little prime in the engines. Putting the batteries on. And we're going to use a starter to start it with. There we go, there's first engine, and there's the second. Messing this up. Wendy's practice flight, first day. So did Mrs. McMillan walk you guys into the ground yet?
She did.
She killed you, right?
She did. It was great though.
Is there a lawsuit pending?
Oh, good luck. Really good luck.
Okay, Midgley's flying his first official. We're at the end of it, of course, because we want to put the bomber away. Things are starting to get gusty out here. Live is a video. I think Bruce Hunt shot the Tiger Cat flight. He's over there with Karen. I'm not sure if he shot it, but if he did, thank you. And it was not a particularly good flight. The wind was really pumping along, but you can see everybody's getting popped around here a little bit. That's what makes it interesting. Dave the Wave Midgley, affectionately known as Bimbolini. We're going to be going up to his contest in the fall. It's going to be at a new location this year, complete with big cookout, tour of his shop, and the cookout that always ensues it. We're going to have a cookout tomorrow night here at his motel. There's the prop we worked on yesterday. See if you like the way it performed. Hey, Midgley! Woo! Okay, we're ready to do Grandpa's flight. Don't worry, Midgley warmed up those judges for you. They're probably ballooning through the sky by now after Midgley's flight. Nice launch, John. I just burnt loose. I got that on tape. No, it's just nervous. You know, you're the first time you fly here. What? There was some... You know what? I don't mind. The wind is blowing. Bruce Hunt got my flight. I was bouncing all over the place. Right, I'm getting Grandpa's flight for him. Since he threw such a nice party for me down in Texas, I gotta get his nostalgia flight here. How's Grandpa doing? Is he doing okay? What? What did I just see? Thumbs down? That's there's your cheering section, Bill. Looks like he's flying good. That didn't look so good. First off, when I open it up, it's going to be facing you, Poncho. And if it squirts, you're in big trouble. You better go over by the paddock and open that up and not get it dropped. If you get my camera wet, you're dead. Last year's Mustang? How many's he got? Really? You should get him to build Cardinals. I know he's making a Miss Ashley. I know. He's got my molds. He's made several bodies already. He'll do fine. He's a champion. Bill Rutherford. This is Bob's business card. He's a Harley mechanic. Works at a dealership. Is the wind getting worse? Nah, you're up next. Has the wind come up since my... Did that prop work any better or drive good? I've flown that 7 or 8 flights since I pitched it. Okay, good. Oh, Doran's got carbon fiber Romanian cake. Hey, Karen? Karen? Cancel your second flight day. I don't need a second flight. I'm done. I don't need a second. I'm done. You know, I never flew the plane in a lot of high winds. Did you see Doran's plane fly? It flies great. So what is that? He's crying and moaning. Come on, have some cake.
What did you say? They can get another?
Yes. Take your hands off of it. Whoa! Michael Jackson over here. Hey, she's going after the young boys again. That cake is blowing around. If you ever want to see a cool plane, we went down to Texas. You know Bill Rutherford at all? Bill has a plane called Batman. He made the plane. He's an airplane mechanic. That was great. I didn't know. I'm so sorry.
The old man.
That wasn't me at all. You guys don't know how to have any fun. That's the problem. Crankiness. We're starting the second round of nostalgia, and we're looking to see if we can get some of the flights before we leave to go wax the planes. Going through your head. Jose, when you see that on video, you're going to be very impressed. But if it's going down, I go, going around. You know, on the next thing, I always fly in. I was hoping that you got to take oh, yeah. Geez, that kind of went in my hand. I had a handle for it. I was going to stay around the others. It's gotten, needless to say, gotten breezier and breezier as the afternoon has gone on. And we were already getting ready to have some lunch, anticipating having an hour or so to wax up the planes, get the show props on them. We have some special made show props. Get them over to appearance judging. I'm sure they'll have a pilot meeting and most of the people that didn't bring food or don't have a tent, they're winding up some good food available here. We were watching you do the Fred Astaire special out there. You're lucky I'm a nice enough guy. I raced that on video. The man and his Thunderbolts. Look at how these things fit in there. Woo! T-bolts, T-bolts. Hey, your number's not much different than mine. I'm 126, I don't even know what I am. 12618. Then they made it 72618.
What year did you get?
Hey, you're missing all the good air. You're missing all this good air. Such a beautiful day. The wind's only 40 miles an hour. What are you worried about? It flies good in the wind. Yeah, yeah. So this is what it's like in the stunt part. Where are the chips? Dory, you're sitting on my cooler. Where are the chips? Look at hey. A man has to have some chips. Here's the ones that make you sick. Those are the ones I want. You got these orange things? Oh, no, that ain't them. What about those orange cheese doodles? But you can make it over. Some more of the nostalgia flights going here. Don't worry, it's coming. When they develop the 90s, it's coming. Yeah, when you hit stunt heaven. Last night, just before dark, you could have done it. It was raining here pretty bad. Just before we had a to do a wing over, you know. First I did the wing over, I did this. I finished the whole pattern. I'm still from the 40 size plate, but the air was so thick it was helping me out. It helped me almost like on the corner, usually just it's normal to just go like that. On this one I do it well. I think we just put it in the problem. I think it was just one of my best problems that I ever did. Yes. But this, it's not the way to do it. When the wind starts to blow, they used to fly a little bit faster, and it takes you out of sync.
Derek Berry flying his nostalgia entry. They do have the sweeper here, but because of the wind, they haven't taken it out of the car. And he goes to say, it's Mr. Shaw's plane, so in case you haven't seen it fly on the Brodak videos, we hope to get some footage of it if he gets it out and flies it. It's a showstopper.
Doran,
do you know a lot about Indianapolis car technology? How do they close the valves? Look at this. Look at this. How do they close them? It's a pneumatic. They don't use springs, right?
Yeah. They can't go to the springs that fast.
No, of course not. That's what I want to know. I heard that argument. Carlos Serra was telling me how it works, and I didn't really understand it. He says they close them with air. Well, boy, I'd sure like to know how they do it. Anybody out there knows about it, send me a how do they close the valves on Indianapolis cars. Derek's having a tough time out in the wind here. Blowing these little planes around. Well, it blows them all. I'm going to blow a 747 around right now. It's not looking like we're going to be here much longer. What time you got, Wes?
I have 12:35.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get out of here around 1.
Wait a second. Is it back here?
Yeah, we're on Poland time. Warsaw time. So you got any more grandpa stories for us?
It's actually so fun because it's low maneuver, so the wind is helping me. I can see I wasn't going to do like that.
Oh yeah, this is going to be fun. Well, it's blowing more than you think it is. When I was flying the bomber, it was bouncing all over the place. 20? Is it over on that chart at 20? That anemometer, or whatever it is? Go see what the reading is on the wind meter. What's it reading? What's the wind reading? 15? So it's not that bad. My adopted son, Sweeper Man, Derek Berry. What's that?
Aren't you losing battery?
No, I can shoot 8-10 hours with this battery. I think 10 without the little TV and 8 with the little TV playing. Well, you got the one that comes with the camera, the small one. You got the massages planned? Oh, the girls are going to get massaged while we get Pampa meeting. Oh, who won that battle?
I got to be educated on disease.
You could be giving lessons. Oh, look at this landing. Oh, Derek, don't bang it. Pretty sarcastic for a young guy. Where's the sweeper, Derek?
Hey, one landing for flies.
Get the sweeper! That's okay. If they don't like it, they can come over here and deck me out.
I see a herd.
Yeah.
Reading about 20 now.
20?
It's the gift.
Isn't so fast.
Well, 30,
Wait a minute, I want to put, go ahead and put that in there.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
Oh, no, it's good to do it.
Like him,
Well, what, if you got, oh, you can't put this camera. You try around with this where you can turn up.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do that, then that's what the turn on the table and everything.
The monitor on supersonic.
Well, the nasty air might be coming sooner than we thought. What a great day to have appearance judging. It's working out very well.
It's today.
Yeah, it'd be awful if it was yesterday, and today was a flying day.
Tomorrow's supposed to be 35 mile an hour.
So I don't care if it's cold, I don't care if it's too, if it even rains, I'll fly in the rain, but the problem is it's not crazy, right?
Nobody wants to lose a plane. It's not worth it. Not worth it for any prize, any trophy. It's just not worth it. It's only worth it when you're young, Gordon. When you get old, you want to still have the plane when you're done.
Well, right now I have only one thing, so...
And with that, the way you make the take-apart stuff, I wouldn't want to be putting that to too much of a test.
Yeah, that's why I try to find the slow fly.
Of course, of course.
Able to slow fly.
Exactly.
I like it.
It's getting bumpier than heck out here now.
For me, I'm very comfortable around 5455.
Yep.
That's where I'm very comfortable. However, when you go in high wind and you go on top,
That's where he hurts you a little bit. Yep. Yeah, this is the day you want those. You want that weight saving of the 332nd horns.
Oh man.
Right now, today is the day. And then throw in an ounce of nose weight.
Yeah.
Burn the noodle and get a few air bubbles going from that weight that you save by not having plywood nose construction.
Right now in this kind of wind, I fly on a 5-6 flat, especially on this horizontal maneuvers, it really helps you out. But once you go to the overheads, vertical hourglass, you're screwed.
You're screwed, baby, you bet.
You are done. Unless you're playing tonight.
Well, a lot of it is the
Yeah.
What's his name?
Sergio Hernandez. How do you say it?
Orestes.
Yeah.
The raining?
That is like,
Because there's no wind. It stays right where it's supposed to.